But I'm also really interested right now where Europe stands in all of this, because they were instrumental, weren't they, in really speaking to Donald Trump and being on Ukraine's side. However, Russia has been very critical of Europe and NATO, and especially when it comes to security guarantees. So what sort of role is Europe playing right now as we see this cautious optimism that a deal could be pushed over the line?
Well, Europe has been extremely vocal. I mean, after the original proposal 28 plan that was thrashed out between the Kremlin and the US side came out, Europe put its 2 cents in, but it came up with various versions that were completely unacceptable to the Russians. And the Russians have said repeatedly that any European suggestions are going to be rejected out of hand. And Europe is, I mean, for Europe, it's a security problem too, because they have the Russian army in their backyard fighting a full-scale classic war. And the threat and the fear is that Russia, after it's finished with Ukraine, will move on and invade the Baltic states or Poland, or one of the, there's been drone incursions into Poland, Romania, multiple EU members. However, because the Russians have stuck their heels in and said, look, we're not dealing with Europe at all, that the US side has basically cut Europe out. So it's put forward these suggestions, it's made a lot of noise, but it's not at the table. And again, the key meeting this weekend is going to be between Zelensky, Ukraine, and Trump, and Europe is not involved. So I think that's what's going to happen, is that they'll agree a deal, a US, Ukraine, Russia deal, and it will go in over the heads of Europe, who will be completely ignored.